April the 4th, the night Jo Adell had the greatest outfield performance in baseball history.
Adell's back near the wall. He leaps, and he caught it! This ball's hit well. Adell's going back. He is going to jump up, and Jo Adell has done it again. He just robbed another home run.
That is utter insanity.
Toward the corner, it's Jo Adell again near the foul pole. Reaching up, did he catch it again?
Call on the field is confirmed. It's a catch.
His third home run robbery tonight. That's a legit hat-trick.
The fans of right field got me ready to go. That's what I'm talking about.
I've never seen anything like it.
Jo Adell with 3 home run robberies, legitimately taking 3 home runs back in a 1-0 win. First player with 3 such catches in a single game, at least since they've been tracking this sort of thing. Maybe John Heyman, when you were a kid, you ever see this?
No.
All right, so going back to the 50s at the very least, no. And look,
70s.
And people that defensive runs saved, going from -4 to +2. So how does he not get a defensive run saved? Look, you know, it's literally a defensive run saved. We get it. And it was done. The first person we thought of here is our newest colleague here at MLB Network, Kevin Kiermaier, who joins us now. Kevin, it's Brian Kenny. Thanks for joining us.
What's up, BK? Thanks for having me.
I wanted you again. We've talked about like when you were playing, we had you on this show, and I asked you like, how do you work on robbing home runs? I want to show people a few of your highlights through the years and let people know Kevin Kiermaier is the all-time leader in defensive runs saved for outfielders, and this is what Kevin has done in the past. So I asked you at the time, like, you know, what is important physically, biomechanically in making these sort of catches? So run us through that. How do you become that type of player?
Yeah, man. All right. Well, I'm gonna do this in a nutshell because it's very hard to answer in a short amount. But you sit here and it all starts with how like the play starts. I always tell guys, hey, if you start fast, which means if you bust it to the wall immediately and get to the wall and have time to make a decision or jump or do whatever you got to do, it makes the play way easier if you do that. So once again, if you start fast, you have the ability to finish slow. And then from there, whatever your athletic ability is, it's nice to have time. More times than not, you don't want the play to be rushed while we're at the wall. And sometimes the balls or certain plays won't allow you to do that. But if you get to the wall and you're under control, you got a chance. And Jo Adell, 3 times in a row. I mean, what a dream game for an outfielder. I mean, you dream of opportunities to get one a week, one every couple weeks, to get 3 in one game and to finish all 3 plays. Incredible. And I mean, that stuff just elevates you as a player, defender. The whole stadium was going crazy. I mean, they won 1-0.
1-0, yeah.
So good for him. I mean, once again, you put yourself in a position to give yourself a chance, and Jo did a great job of doing just that. And I loved how like the timing of each play, like he had that internal clock by the wall. I tell guys, hey, it's nice to have a warning track and be able to feel it, but sometimes the play happens so fast and fans are going crazy. You can't really feel that warning track like people might think. So you need to have the ability to kind of track the wall, track the ball, and then be able to have the ability to jump up and finish the play. Once again, Jo Adell, tip my hat to you, man. What an unreal night.
Should that third one have been a catch or a home run?
Catch. If you go in the stands, that's a catch. That's a catch. And it never touched the ground. That's a catch.
Stop shaking your head. John Heyman's yelling at me. I'm just saying, I could see J.P. Crawford is like, I don't know, I hit the ball in the stands. Guy caught it and it went into the stands. That's all I'm saying. Kevin, you used a descriptive phrase when we first spoke to you about this, and you said tracking. I guess it's hard to try to figure out who's good at getting the ball off the bat, right? That seems to be an art form in and of itself.
Yes. I mean, that initial jump, that depth perception, that's how, like that's the first initial read to every play. And then at that point, your instincts take over and you finish it no matter what the outcome has to be. But if you can sit here and get the right read more times than not, outfield play becomes that much easier. And I mean, that's half the battle, but you got to sit out there and shag BP and train your eyes. I mean, just as much as you do your routes and like how you finish these plays, but you gotta have your eyes on point, and we're so far away from the game itself. So, but that's what the best outfielders are doing over and over again. And, you know, they get to the point where you just feel like everything's moving in slow motion and there's no play out there that's going to surprise you.
That's a great point, right? Training your eyes. the average fan has no idea until you stand out in a major league outfield how far away you actually are. I want to get this into, while we're talking center field play and fielding, we spoke to Ben Cherington on Friday, general manager of the Pittsburgh Pirates, talking about Connor Griffin, who looks great. But I asked him also about O'Neill Cruz in center field. Here's his answer.
He has all the skills to be a very good defensive center fielder. He really has worked hard on it this offseason. He put a lot of time into it. It was unfortunate how opening day played out, because I don't think it was reflective of the work he had put in the offseason or spring training. He did miss about 3 weeks of spring training with WBC, and that's a great event, but he didn't get to play a lot of outfield while he was on Team DR. So there's a little bit of catch-up there maybe. Our focus is just to stick with him. Like we're going to continue to support his growth as a center fielder. It's really important to our team.
That's Ben Cherington again of the Pirates. And Kevin, full disclosure, you worked a little bit with O'Neill Cruz this year, right? I'm thinking, think of our conversation. I don't think he grew up playing the outfield, right? And I'm thinking his tracking isn't there. Is this a guy, can you develop that ability to play center field when he has struggled?
Yes. Yeah, he does. He has the ability. You have all the intangibles, but the mental process and the decision making and experience is a huge factor. And that's why, I got to work with him for, very little time, and I knew I needed more time with him, and I did everything in my power to reach out to Pittsburgh to try to make that happen. And in the World Baseball Classic, I know that definitely kind of put a wrench in things, but for him to represent his country, awesome. But baseball happens, and you get thrown right into the fire with certain things like these plays, and it magnifies everything. But, I just feel like with a guy he's never played there before. He played infield his whole life. And I don't care how good an athlete is or what you think they can do. It's hard to go out there, no matter how long you played baseball. It's so hard to play a different position. I was such a good outfielder. There's no part of me that I would have been the worst infielder in the big leagues by far, because I wasn't prepared for it. So for O'Neill, that's why I said, man, I reached out to Pittsburgh plenty, saying I think he could really use just all the conversations, work on the backfields there in Bradenton and spring training. He needs someone like me where I can just sit here and just think out loud to him as much as possible. But with that being said, it's going to be up to him no matter what at the end of the day. And he's going to have to sit here. And it's hard during the season now because you want to get ready for 7 o'clock every night. But for him, I would be shagging BP like a madman every day just to get that depth perception and get our sight on point. And then the athletic ability and his ability to finish plays, it'll happen, but there's baby steps that need to happen along the way.
Okay, well put. It's year 2 for him in center field. So at a certain point, you got to wonder, can he do this? That's how I'm putting it out there. At a certain point, stop blaming the player if he can't do it. Anyway, Kevin, great having you on the program. Thank you so much. We'll see you again soon.
All right, thanks, guys. Take care.
Thank you. Kevin Kiermaier there.